Okay, YouTube, this is my first live video here. My other one had no audio because it was a crappy camera and something was messed up with the program. But nonetheless, I have a deck profile for you today, and I like monster, spell trap, that kind of stuff. No extra deck, side deck, none of that. This is just a for fun test play deck. It's the Seal of Orichalcos. It's coming out in Legendary Collection 3, which is why I kind of don't want Legendary Collection 3 to come out. It's going to have a lot of good stuff. It's going to have the Seal, obviously, but I'm an Orica vendor, buy, sell, trade, that kind of stuff. And, yeah, nobody's going to want the Orica if you can obviously get the real one. So, figured I'd make this before the Seal becomes too popular. Anyways, I'm going to start with spells. These are your basic, normal, real spells. All these Orichalcos cards are fake, by the way. We have 2 MSTs. We have a Nobleman of Crossound Book of Moon. It's a little mini combo. Soul Exchange, because I have lots, well, not really lots, but I have plenty of sacrificial monsters, and that'll help. Heavy Storm for clearing up the back row there. We have a Pot of Greed, easy for drawing Orichalcos cards. This is just for the Divine Serpent, pretty much, because he infinite attack points. They're probably going to want to keep their monsters in defense position unless they know they can win. So this is for him, because he mills 10 cards to attack. So you kind of want to be cautious whenever you're using them. That's what that's for. And on to the Seal cards themselves. This is my better version of the Seal. Laser printed, very nice. It reads that 500 points for attack on your monsters, can't be negated. You control back row, duels who loses, forfeits their soul to the winner. And I can discard 1 card to negate the activation of any card and destroy it. I know they're probably going to take that out of the new one that's coming out. Same thing, just a crappier version. I only run 2 because there are times I draw the Seal again whenever I don't need it. And this is the second layer. All this does is I gain 500 life points for each monster on my side of the field every turn. Every one of my turns, not opponent's turn. Tritos, you want to get this out before you get Divine Serpent out if you can, because if you get the Divine Serpent out before you get this out, you're screwed. Because this makes them unaffected by Spell and Trap, and if Divine Serpent is removed from the field in any way, you lose the duel. It's the downside of this deck. And this is the 4th layer, made up, fake. Well, all these cards are fake. But I've seen a lot of deck profiles, really only a couple, that have like 7 layers, and I kind of combined a lot of those into one and put them here. Yamikos, if you can read that. What it does is, once per turn, this obviously gains the effect of all the other layers, and Tritos has to be on the field for this to be activated. It actually doubles the ability, so you can still control 10 monsters, but they gain 1,000 life points instead. And I can special summon 1 card from my hand, deck, and graveyard per turn. It's all 3 of them. That's what's really good about this card. Then we have Orichalcos Eye. It's great for getting out your Orichalcos cards if you're having trouble. I only have 2 though. That's the downside. Pay 1,000. It's good if Curator is out on the field. Really good. He absorbs it. So pay 1,000. Get them out. Sword of Sealing pretty much just blocks off all their abilities. It negates their abilities if they're equipped with it. Kind of cool card. On to the monsters. This is kind of a Rex Raptor build, so there's Dinosaur Dragon cards in here as the other realistic monsters. So we have 2 Gillosaurus. Yeah. Kabuzals. Pretty good 1700 beat stick. Same thing with Luster Dragon. Pretty nice up there, 1900. Red Eyes Beat Chick, Red Eyes Darkness. I know Rex Raptor never uses Darkness, but I'm a big fan of Red Eyes. So then we have Serpent Knight. He does use Serpent Knight. It's not a very good card. I hate dealing with 50 attack point things. Really ticks me off. That's just for fun though. Same thing with Tyrant Dragon. Karibo, and then Sangin and Witch are Searcher cards. Good for getting out Curatora, Gygus, those kind of things. And then we have Curatora himself, 3 of those. Pretty much what he does is you want to keep him in the back row, or if you want to, he absorbs all battle damage as long as he's out on the field. So pretty much if you take damage, he'll absorb it. And when he's destroyed, you special summon Shuneros, and Shuneros has however much he absorbed. And I'll get on to Shuneros here in a minute. So yeah, what you want to do is you probably want to get him out, let your Shuneros go through, and then even whenever you have the Divine Serpent out, you want to probably get another one of these out. So if they do find a way to deal damage to you, you can absorb it with another Kiratora. So that is a nice card to have in there. You always want to run 3. And then we have Gygus. I'm not for sure about him. It says as soon as he's destroyed, he comes back to the field. I'm assuming that means by battle. So whenever I go up against my friends or whatever at locals, I let him be destroyed by spell and trap, because it seems completely unfair if he can't. Now, whenever I get Tritos out on the field, the 3rd layer, then he becomes pretty much invincible. And if I have Kiratora, I keep attacking, he keeps coming back with 500 more, and you can never lose the duel pretty much. Then next we have these 3, Aristeros, Dexia, and Shuneros. This is the big guy I was talking to you about. He absorbs all the damage, and pretty much however much he gets, let's say he absorbs, or let's say he has 2,500 because the seal's out, and Kiratora absorbed 2,000. So he attacks, and let's say he attacks a monster with 1,500, he loses 1,500. So now he's at 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. And pretty much as soon as he reaches 0, he's destroyed, and these guys go along with it. But on to these guys. These guys, Aristeros has 300 attack points higher, Dexia has 300 defense points higher, so none of these can be destroyed. It's Ultimate Attacker, Ultimate Defender. Robbie said that, I kind of stole it from him. But yeah, you get these 2 guys up here, and Shuneros back here while he's hiding, until you get the 3rd layer out. That's when you let him get destroyed. And you're like, well, why would you want to be destroyed? The other 2 go with him. Well, when he's destroyed, you special summon Divine Serpent. Infinite attack points, but can be destroyed. And pretty much your life points go to 0 as soon as he comes out, but you can't lose the duel as long as he's on the field. So that's a pretty good deal right there. That's why Tritos, you want to get Tritos out on the field. Otherwise, if they use like Dark Hole or Bottomless or whatever, you're screwed. You lose the duel right there. So those are the main dealio things. And then traps, I don't have that many. Magical Cylinder, pretty explainable. Jar. That, yeah, not much to it. Wabaku, Rising Energy, and this is the kind of card I only use this whenever I know I can't lose. Like if I have Divine Serpent and Tritos, or that Gygus thing I was telling you about. Pretty much as it is, if I activate this, like that, and I have the seal out on the field, let's say I have just the seal, my opponent now has the powers of the seal, all of it. But let's say if this is out and then I activate the 2nd layer, and this has already been activated, they don't gain the 2nd layer. They just gain what currently is out there. That's seal-wise. So that's just for fun, really, just to make the opponent seem like they have a better chance. So, yeah, that is my Orichalcos deck profile. This is my favorite right there. Very nice. Laser printed. It only costs $10. I say it's worth it. It's for fun dueling. Even though I have lost to the same person 7 times with this deck, I am down 7 souls. Wouldn't surprise me if my hair started turning red, but thank you for watching, and subscribe.